So what I'm going to do in this video and today in this lesson, we're going to do a midpoint formula, which is easy. It's actually even easier than this. But before that, I thought I'll go over one question, which I know was difficult from the distance formula. Okay? So the distance formula, if you have 2 points, A and B, and you want to calculate the distance between these 2 points, you basically do the square root of the square of the difference between the x's and the y's. Okay? Now, for a home, you were given 2 points, 2 coordinates, 2, 6, 1, 3. When you just substitute the x's and the y's, you find a distance, no problem. Okay? But sometimes there's a little bit in algebra here. So, in this question, by the way, this is in page 191, and exercise, whatever it is, exercise 1. I'm going to do D for you. This is question D, and I think it's quite difficult at this point. You will see, when you come to learn for the exam, you'll see it's actually really easy. So I've got 2 points. I've got point C, which is 1 minus 2. Okay, it's really important in analytical geometry to draw it, because that was just like a word sum. Draw C, 1 minus 2. Okay, 1 minus 2 is going to be in the 4th quadrant. Then it tells you there's another point. They tell you it's in the 2nd quadrant, so you just put it here. You know the y is 5, but you don't know the x. The x is just x. Okay? Someone actually was asking me yesterday, where is the x? The x is always the first number and the y is the second number. Extremely important. If it's not clear by now, that means the x is 1, the y is minus 2. You really got to know that by heart. Okay? So they tell you you've got x5 and 1 minus 2, and they tell you the distance between them is square root 53. And they ask you to find x. Okay, so we just substitute that in the equation. Okay? In this case, I know what the distance between, in this case, it's CD. Okay? I want to use these letters CD. So CD. Okay? What is CD equal to? Square root 53. Square root 53. And that's going to be equal to the square root of, okay, so what is xc minus xd? How do I substitute? What is xc? 1 minus x squared. Because I don't know what x. Plus, what is yc? Negative 2 minus 5 squared. And that's an equation. Okay? Now let's try and find it out. Okay? Square root 53 equals square root of. Now I need to open it. Okay? Again, you use the formulas, right? Remember the formulas, okay? With the square. 1 minus 2x plus x squared. I just opened that. Okay? With that formula, if you remember that. How do you usually write it? A minus b squared is a squared minus b or minus a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay?
Why does x squared be x squared, not 2x?
No, so a minus b will be a squared minus 2ab. Minus 2 times the first times the second. So in this case, minus 2 times 1 times x, so minus 2x. Okay?
So 1 is
I'm just going to pause here. Solve that problem. Okay, so I've opened that. Now, okay, like James telling me, here, what is minus 2 minus 7, minus 5? It's minus 7. And then I need to square that minus 7, so that will be equal to 49 plus 49. Okay? So we're going to write that again. Square root 53 equals square root 1 plus 49 is 50 minus 2x plus x squared. What do I do now? How do I solve that? Because I need to find x. There is a trinomial there, you're right. But the first thing, James, you're absolutely right. I need to get rid of that square root. So far as I have square root, I've got nothing, I can't do it. How do I get rid of the square root? I square it. I square both sides. Okay, I'm going to square both sides. If I write that, it means I'm squaring it. Okay? So what's the square of 53? 53. Square root of 53 is the square of the square root of 53 is 53. The square root of this square root is going to be, I'm going to just rearrange it a bit. It will be x squared minus 2x plus 50. what should I do? Okay, but before I factorize, I need to move the 53 over. You're right. You still see me? Yeah. X squared minus 2x minus 3, right? I did minus 53 equal to 0. And that I can factorize. Okay? Right, let's factorize. Trinomial. How's your trinomials?
So were you saying this is easier than what we were
No, I haven't started. This is the question from last lesson, which was hard. I told you it was hard. Midpoint theorem we'll do in a bit. That's easy. Okay? Plus, how much? Plus 1 minus 3, you're right. Plus 1 minus 3. Okay? So we multiply to minus 3, we add to get minus 2. What does that mean? X can be equal to minus 1 or x equal 3. I'm getting two solutions. And now I look at my graph. That's why it's so important to look at the graph. So which one is the correct answer? Minus 1. Because that's why they told me that D is in the second quadrant. If they didn't tell me D is in the second quadrant, then I really have two solutions. Okay? I can have two solutions. So it's just, so I'm cancelling the x equal 3, and I'm circling x equal minus 1. Now, before I finish this little bit, okay, I want to just give you a little bit more understanding why we got two solutions. Why are we actually getting two solutions? Why can't they just give us one solution? Where in this process did I get two solutions? When you squared it. Check out this little thing here. Let's say I write something stupid like this. 2 equal 2, which is true, but you know, it's just kind of stupid, isn't it? Okay? Now I square both sides. What would I get? 4 equal 4, which is kind of obvious. But let's write something really stupid, like minus 2 equal 2, which is obviously wrong. Okay? But now let's square both sides. What would I get? 4 equal 4, which is true. So if I took that equation and try and find out the solution for that equation, I could say the possible answer are 2 or minus 2. So this one is obviously wrong. So whenever, what's the moral here? Wherever you square an equation, you have to understand you're adding a solution that possibly could be wrong. Okay? So you just gotta make like alarm bells. You gotta check out yourself, are both solutions correct? Okay? We're gonna pause here now. Stop this video and I'll get you to practice another question, which is E. Same idea. Okay? Right.